Hey, what's good, everybody? If you're already familiar with my channel, then you know the drill, right? I'm gonna do a quick collective reading and let's see how many questions I take at the end, right? But I'm gonna start it off just checking the collective energy, and then I'll probably take a few if someone wants me to pull a card for them, right? Um, and if not, then I'll just do a collective reading. I've done a few. Right, I have the live with Whitney. I have the live with hey Barbara, how's it going? I have the live with Whitney, the live with Debbie, the other interview I just posted with psychic medium Barbara Banner. So feel free to check those out. So right now the collective energy, Ame no Usume. I'm not sure how you say her name, but movement, right? Movement. So let's read it and see what comes out. Right? And then I'll pull if anyone wants to, I could pull a card, anyone that has some questions after. So Ame no Usume is the Japanese goddess of dawn, laughter, and dancing. As a goddess of the dawn, she is connected with potential, creativity, and happiness. She is often depicted as easygoing, wearing loose or revealing clothing with a smile on her face. When the when the sun goddess, I cannot Asu, hid away in a cave, Ane no Usume lured her out with a comical and haughty dance, thus saving the earth from eternal night. Man, on this little book, they make these freaking letters so small. Your body is craving expression through movement. Ame no Usume is guiding you to listen and find a way to honor it that fills you with joy. Perhaps it's a quiet walk in nature or a session of stretching, or maybe it's time to put on music and dance. Cast away the notion of exercise as punishment, and instead center pleasure. Movement is a beautiful way to connect with your physical body and express gratitude for all that it is capable of. Okay, so man, this book is just too small. But anyways, that's the card that came out, movement. It's funny because you know, this morning, I guess, right? It fits perfectly for me. This morning I actually did two yoga classes back to back, right? Which is not normally, even with one I'm good, right? But today I guess I knew my body needed movement, right? It's raining over here, so I couldn't go on a hike or anything, but I started off the day listening to my body, right? So that's pretty funny that that card came out. So for me, it resonates. Let me know if it resonates with you, right? And I'm kind of setting myself up here for 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 because this book is so small, the same like that one. So I feel like I'm barely gonna be able to read it. But let me see. Let me see what the if I can't read this thing, then we'll just go based on what it is. Wow, this is amazing. Xochiquetzal. Wow, Xochiquetzal. Precious flower, flor preciosa. Look at that. Maybe connecting with the spirit animals. Look at it. It looks like they're speaking water, right? And water like connects us with everything, right? So maybe, drink more water during this time, right? Something about You know what? Let me see if I could read this one. Precious flowers. Xochitl Quetzal, because that looks like it's just gonna be a beautiful message no matter what. And then I'll just pull some tarot because I don't know, or it's too dark in this freaking room then. Xochitl Quetzal. Xochitl Quetzal. Xochitl Quetzal literally means flower quetzal. The quetzal was the most precious bird in ancient Mexico and Central America. So by having this as part of her name, we know that she is also precious and beautiful. Xochitl Quetzal is the archetype of the young woman who is moving. There's the movement again, who is moving into her sexual potency. She represents the divine lover, the eminent divine spirit, and all that is feminine, of voluptuous sensuality, sexual desire, and pure pleasure. She is also associated with games, dance, song. Look at it, exactly the same like the other one. The dance, song, all that stuff. So that's funny. Okay, voluptuous sensuality. She is also associated with games, dance, song, joy, flowers, almost anything beautiful. She presides over all artistic activities and is the patron of painters, weavers, sculptors, and stoneworkers. Those born under her sign were excellent weavers and ahu y anime, or those who bring happiness. Sex workers. Oh, wow. I wasn't expecting that. It is said that she performed the first sexual act. Her hair formed the first divine woman that conjoined with a divine man, birthing Sinteotl, the Lord of Corn. Xochitl Quetzal is here to help you remember that life is beautiful and that you deserve to live with joy, happiness, and pleasure. You deserve to do what you love to do. She invites you to explore your senses, to remember that your body is sensual. Your soul is happy when you feel completely in love with your life. Take time and remember the last time that you felt joy just simply because you live, laugh, and love on this planet. When you are happy and doing what you love to do, you are living in balance and equilibrium. When you live in this way, you bring harmony to the entire universe. Wow, so that's pretty cool. I wouldn't have taken her as a sex worker. I don't know how holding the parrot what it has to do with that, but beautiful card nonetheless. And so I guess the overall message is obviously at this time, feel comfortable in your body, movement, right? Do what makes you happy, all that good stuff, right? So from there, I'll just pull some tarot and then see what comes out. And yeah, if anybody hops in the chat and wants me to pull a card for them, just let me know. All that good stuff, right? Let me see. Let me see. Okay, so okay, any message for the collective? What? How does it go from all that to this? Well, maybe that's instability. Hmm. Maybe right now is a time, right? That so I don't know. Maybe that's the message, right? To maybe movement will help you get out of your head, right? Obviously, if you're just laying there letting your mind race, that's not good, right? So I don't know if that's the collective energy right now. Why is the collective up in their head? What is this Nine of Swords about? That's weird, right? Because you have two very like fun cards, right? Joyful cards come out, and then all of a sudden the Nine of Swords comes out. So that's pretty interesting. Let's see. Why is the collective in the Nine of Swords? Okay, it looks like there's something that you just need to have the strength to overcome, right? Hmm. Okay. Let's clarify that a little further. The solar plex is obviously standing in your truth. So maybe there's something that where you're not standing in your truth, right? And that's why like these two started it off with being really comfortable, right, in who you are and the creativity, right? All that stuff helps you reconnect with who you are. I'm having a weird feeling right now. I don't know what it is. There's almost like a not so good feeling. So I don't know whose energy I'm connecting to that doesn't feel like the best energy. So shit. He's freaking. Okay. Let me see. Wow. Again, right? Eight of swords. That's crazy. Again, the solar plexus. So yeah, I mean, I feel like the strength card kind of hmm, like confirms that, right? Someone's not standing in the truth right now. But you know how the eight of swords is like you're not really restricted, right? All you gotta do is kind of wiggle out of those binds, however you're binding yourself right now. That's crazy. So I don't know. Is that I mean, is that the collective energy right now? Hmm. Dang, tower moment. Wow. Yeah, see. I guess someone out there is going through a tower moment. But I like that this one's associated with the crown chakra, right? Because obviously, tower moments might just be what you need to reconnect you with the divine, right? And all that good stuff. So, wow, this one's a little heavy. I feel the energy too, but I don't know. Um, Let me see. I'll pull another few cards. That's crazy. I'm almost like, wow, I should have just left the reading for tomorrow morning to tap into everyone's energy. Was it a crazy weekend? A lot of stuff. Look at that. Bam. Everything's like a heavy energy. Taking fatiga. Look at damn. What is going on here? All right. Well, let me see. Okay, let's see what okay, so clearly someone out there's a little overcharged, right? Right? There's burdens, there's mental anguish, whatever's going on, right? All this stuff. What's the advice for the collective? Whoever's out there going through their tower moments, right? I mean, I feel like the advice already came, right? Tap into that creativity, movement, right? Like that, like I said, even this morning, I that's really rare that do two yoga classes back to back, but I did it. Um, because it's like I already knew somehow intuitively that I needed that, right? So, did something rush in? We're in this retrograde thing right now. I don't know if there's a lot of, if there's something, right? Was there something from the past that kind of now has you up in your head for the collective, right? Obviously, I think there's a bunch of planets, right, going into retrograde. So it's obvious that there's going to be things from the past that come back. Stuff like that. And if not, then good, right? Then that means you probably already learned your lessons and you don't have to worry about that stuff, right? So let me see. Well, hmm, interesting. It feels like there's some kind of, I don't know. That's kind of what I'm getting. Like it was some kind of past situation, something. Yeah, there's things from the past, right? You have the communication, things with the heart. So that's kind of how it goes sometimes until we learn our lessons, right? So I'll just pull one from here and then let me see. Closing message for the collective since I guess no one hopped in the chat right now for so to that wants me to pull a card for them. So I'll just do this last message right now. We'll close it out. 'Cause I don't know. It was kind of a heavy energy. I wasn't expecting that, right? But it is what it is. Okay. Yeah, it's breath and mindfulness. That's crazy because like this morning, we really like we focused on that in the yoga class. And there it is, right? The little again, right? So that's funny. So I don't know. I resonated with this breath and not all that other crazy stuff, but this, yeah, 19 air breath and mindfulness, right? So I'll just read this and then I'll close it out. 19 air. Okay. 19 air breath and mindfulness. Air is the most basic element of all life here on Mother Earth, and it is found in the medicine wheel's north direction, which governs the intellect. Much like how the spirit world can be perceived yet be unseen, air is experienced as the subtly constant pressure that we feel all around us, but which can never fully be taken in visually. It is with each breath taken that we connect to a pulse of energy released by all life. Air is the only thing humans cannot live without for more than a few minutes, and our need for oxygen through the sacred rhythm of breath can teach us about the importance of breath work, meditation, mindfulness, and prayer. It is through our adjustment in the tempo and texture of our breath that we can release tension, increase relaxation, and connect to higher levels of divine energy from the Great Spirit. Through your connection to Spirit and the remembrance of your own divinity, you will realize how important it is to breathe and sincerely speak prayers into existence. Speak your truth, speak good words, and listen to the messages that can be felt but not seen. If you have drawn the air card today, it is a reminder to breathe, just breathe. Consider practicing mindful breath work and meditation today. Focus on your breath and be aware of the prayers you say before you express them out loud. Remember, as you speak your words into existence, do so with unconditional love in your heart and without fear. So that's going to be the message for today and probably tomorrow. I don't think I'll be able to do a live in the morning. Um, but yeah, so I guess this message could carry out from today till tomorrow. Thank you, Barbara, for tuning in. And yeah, I mean, no one hopped in for me to pull a card for them, so I'll just end it on that note.